up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up.
Welcome to another edition of Wings Weekly. Jay Kleinknecht here, along with head coach Scott Langer. Coach up in Minot over the weekend, both Friday and Saturday night. Some tough losses overall, but you start out strong in both matchups. Early goals, and that led to a lead on Friday night, 1-0 to get things going. Just 30 seconds in, and then on Saturday night, a 2-0 lead. Minot finds a way, they bounce back into it. Can you find any fault in the effort or willpower, I guess, or want to of the boys on either Friday or Saturday? I thought they played hard.
Yeah, no, I don't have any issues with the work ethic part of it. You know, they certainly battled, extremely hard, especially Saturday, and that was kind of a backbreaker. But, even in the first night, I think Minot played probably their best game they've ever played against us. They were really good. And you got to give them credit for the way they played. We came out, we scored early, but they were pretty persistent on their attack, and probably a few goals that we would want back. It's just the result was the result. I mean, I thought for us having to go there and strap them on and play right away, I thought our guys' effort was really good, but there's no question Minot was the better team.
Mm-hmm. Well, effort, like you said, was there. How about execution? Anything that you would like to have seen maybe improved upon or changed?
Well, I mean, obviously you turn some pucks over in some bad areas, and that's kind of been our fault for a while. It seems like when we win games, we're almost perfect, and our turnover rate is really low. But when we turn the pucks over in real bad spots, teams hurt us in this division, and it's like I told you before. It's a very good division with a lot of skill, and teams will hurt you when you make mistakes, and we made a few mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Well, as we talked about, both games start out with the lead. That's got to be a little bit frustrating, to see them come back into a game. And of course, on Saturday night, R2 Komala was sent into the game about halfway through the second period. And you and I have talked before about how that's a difficult decision. What kind of an impact does it have on a team? Because I've often heard that it can rally a team or rally a team around that incoming goaltender, but it's got to be a little bit demoralizing too.
Well, I mean, I thought our guys responded. You look at our chances for and our shots in the second and third period. I mean, we kind of carried the pace there. Obviously, could have used a few more goals, but we were definitely there and we were on them. And I thought R2 did an outstanding job. Coming in cold is never easy, and he had to make some pretty big time saves to hold us in there. And it goes back to we go up 2-0, and their first shot goes underneath the pads, finds a way to the back of the net, and that's tough on our team. You see how hard we work to get the two, and then like I said, that's another game that there's a few shots that I think our goaltending will tell you that we would love to have back.
Mm-hmm.
When you're playing at this time of the year and there's so much on the line, again, you got to be solid in the back end, and I thought there was a few goals there that we should have had to hold us in the game, and definitely could have been a much different game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were a couple. I know at one point there was one in the crease on the open side of the net, and it was just kind of bouncing around at skates, and it was just like you said, there's some chances there for sure. And then Saturday night to lose it, the way they scored too, just a weird way that the puck went in, and sometimes that puck luck just isn't with you. You mentioned when you're winning games, you're playing really well, and when you lose them, obviously, there's some turnovers and things like that. What can you do preparation-wise to try to clean those things up, or is it just a product of the way the game is played that particular night?
Well, I think it's mental too. You get worn down, you tend to make mistakes, because you are tired, and we just have to be mentally ready in those games, because teams are going to hurt you on your mistakes, and we've paid our price more than enough this year to learn, there's certain places you can do certain things on the ice, and there's definitely places that you can't, because teams are going to hurt you if you don't do it the right way. And, we talk about it, we show it on video, we utilize everything we can to reinforce it and teach it. It's just a matter of guys going out there and doing it the right way. That's all you can do. I mean, the goal they scored, I mean, we were minutes from getting a point, which I think in the standings would have been a huge point. and we do some uncharacteristic things. We have our high guy jump down on a puck, they go cross ice with it, we get to a foot race, and one of our defensemen decides to slide, which we just don't teach, just things that hurt you. And it's unfortunate for Art too, because I thought he was very deserving with the effort he gave us.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned the standings. Between second and fourth, there's a lot of movement over the weekends, and it's kind of crazy to see teams beating, like Bismarck beating up on the Blizzard 9-1 on Friday night. So it's still anybody's games, anybody's division, and anybody on any given night can win. Well, we'll get into that in a moment, but we get a chance to see Minot again. 3 games in a row, that's gonna make for an interesting matchup without a doubt, and then a couple of games to follow again in the division. So I tell you what, we'll take a quick break and we'll return and kind of take a look at what's upcoming in the Wings Week here on Wings Weekly.
Let's make a taco. No, seriously. Start with a tortilla, soft tortilla, warm it, kiss it, don't kiss it. Chicken? How about tequila lime chicken? Now we're cooking. Slice this, peel that, snip those. Salsa? Verde. Cheese? Cotija. Oh, forgot to mention. Guac. That's better. See, anyone can make a taco, but we're not anyone. We're Qdoba, and these are knockout tacos. Qdoba Mexican Eats. Choose flavor.
Welcome back to Wings Weekly. Jay Kleinknecht here, along with head coach Scott Langer. Coach, we talked about the tough losses up in Minot, but a pretty quick turnaround. You're going to get a chance to see Minot again, 3 games straight against the Toros in a kind of midweek game on Thursday night. How does that change preparation for your team? And what do you expect? What do you want to change or do differently, perhaps, against Minot, maybe that we haven't already talked about?
Well, obviously we're going to take on Minot and worry about them first, and then obviously we'll get on to play in Bismarck, who arguably could be the top team right now, the way they're performing in the league. So it's not going to get any easier, but our guys just need to be up to the challenge against Minot. I think as you know how we're treated when we're up there, and how the fans treated you. And yelling across the arena and stuff. You know what? They're going to be in the Odie, and I'm hopefully that on Thursday night our fans come out and give them a little home cooking, because eventually, Jay, it's all going to turn around. And I'm telling you right now, the way we're being treated by some of these teams, it's going to turn around, and when it does, we're going to be the ones smiling.
Right. Well, up against Minot, as we said, Thursday night, folks. Remember, that's January 26th, the buy one, get one free night. Buy a regular price ticket at the door for Thursday's game and receive a half-price ticket for Saturday's game. $12 upper deck, upper level bar stools available by calling Aaron at 605-380-5852. Again, that's Thursday night. Then, Friday, you have host the Bismarck Bobcats, as you just talked about, and then back up at VFW Center there in Bismarck on Saturday night. So 3 games in a row. I can't recall the last time that's happened, and it's got to be a little bit challenging, not only from the teams, the fact that you're switching around playing different teams, but on a personnel standpoint too, keeping guys healthy and fresh and so on. That's got to be a bit of a challenge as well, huh?
Yeah, for sure. We've had our boatload of injuries as of late, and each week we're trying to patch together a lineup. So going into 3, you just got to play it, one game at a time, one shift at a time, and like I said, our first focus is Minot, and then we'll have to regroup and figure out a way to solve the streak that Bismarck's on. Obviously, they've added a goaltender that's giving them a lot of energy, and they figured out how to score some goals. And as you know, Bismarck's always been a second half of the season team, and they're starting to roll. So it's going to be it's going to take a real tough group of guys to play the right way and play smart and try to salvage some points.
Absolutely. All right, well, once again, folks, that is Friday night in the Odie here against the Bismarck Bobcats. The corporate sponsor is Performance Ag. On Saturday, January 28th, against the Bismarck Bobcats in Bismarck. And watch all the action at Buffalo Wings and Rings, or log on to hockeytv.com, or you can listen on 94.1 The Rock, hubcityradio.com, or on the Hub City Radio app. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday Wings games coming up. Thursday and Friday here at the Odie, and a Saturday night in Bismarck. Catch them all on hubcityradio.com or 94.1 The Rock or hockeytv.com. That'll do it for this week's Wings Weekly.
open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins.